Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I know I've left you out in the cold here with this channel, Mystic Scrying Mediums, Christelle, and every chance I get when there's an occasion, and usually it's about the moon, come scry with me, scry me to the moon. I take that opportunity to scry, and what's interesting is, well, I have these crystal quartz, but this is a particular quartz. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very particular piece of crystal, and there's this new moon. I keep saying the new moon, it's a full moon, the 25th in Gemini. What is so interesting, because for me it's always new, the full moon here is, I'm seeing it as a window of opportunity, I have to admit. And what is the opportunity? The opportunity is to gauge your progress, hone your skills, and walk through a gate. For many of us, it'll seem like a gate, and for a lot of us, it will seem like a simple door. And honing our skills, okay, fine-tuning things, because they're on the other side of this gate or door is something. There's a lot of expectations. What we're well, our hopes and dreams have been invested. Okay, that is very clear. Our hopes and dreams have been invested, and you have, the investments have come from many sides. All right, there have been monetary investments, time. You've invested your time, your energy, which is probably the most valuable resource we have. Now, knowing that, it's a moment where you sort of pull everything and pool energies together if you're working with other people. But it's a moment of such concentration that I don't want to say fear. There's not fear here. I'm not seeing fear. I'm sort of seeing trepidation, walking on eggs, so you don't ruin anything, because you don't want to make mistakes. Okay, when that is our first mistake, of course, because when you know that we're human and we are bound to make mistakes, not wanting to make mistakes is sort of counterproductive. But like the ski instructor will tell you, when you're learning how to ski, you really do you have to know when you're how to get up once you fall. Now, I trust that many of you, I would say a good 90% of you out there listening to me, have fallen many times and have gotten up, or else you wouldn't be listening to me. So you know what that's all about. Now, unfortunately, the more you fall, the more it hurts. Now, but here there's, like I said, it's a window of opportunity. It's a window of opportunity to sort of take stock of your powers. Right, that's the proper word I'm looking for, and understand the powers that you have. There's enlightenment in understanding our weak points. And when you fall on your face, literally, you trip and fall, there, you don't need a rocket science to tell you that you were careless or that you weren't paying attention. Okay, that's obvious. But there are other messages too when you see signs. Recently, a friend of mine was talking about signs. Oh, how do I read the signs? And could this be a sign? I've seen this. They start with the numbers. I've seen the number 5 recurring. Coming in 5. What could it mean? And then, so many different signs. And I understand that. And unfortunately, since we are human, a lot of it doesn't make sense. Okay, and we try to swim through all of the different signs that are thrown at us, because there are a lot. All right, from the same old parking spot, never free for you when you want it, and then all of a sudden that day it was free, and you think, well, this must be my lucky day. So everything, intelligent people can understand any abstract or concrete information that's given them and make the connections. That's intelligence. And heightened intelligence can make you use what you learn for a higher purpose. Right? Now that's what I'm talking about. This is a moment of enlightenment. It's a doorway of opportunity. It's a moment where you can expect to be challenged a bit, because not all things fall into place. But having said that, I do see that there are a lot of other small windows of opportunity that this full moon is bringing in that are not apparent to you right now. The whole dynamism of the process is not apparent to you now. Although you do, there's a part of you that's thinking, look, this can't be it. This cannot be all it, there must be more. All right, now, this is just a day, and the energy spans, of course, a period, but there's more here in store. And what I mean when I say more, there's more enlightenment coming in. Now, just don't stop at the first impediment, all right? Don't be tricked into being trapped in your pace. You stop in your tracks when you get the first downfall, all right? Because that is going to freeze you in your position. What we have here is something there's a process that you have to go through. There is, I don't want to say a lesson to learn, no. There's a process that you have to, it's sort of like an initiation or a rite of passage that you have to go through in order for you to come out through that door and be enlightened, all right? Now, this can be anything from learning how to deal with a relative, a very close relative, that for many years has been a burden to you, a burden on you as well. From that type of situation to making headway in a corporate context, because you've strategically planned to climb the ladder of success within that organization. And the enlightenment comes when you finally see what you've been doing wrong. Okay, so the enlightenment comes in a certain manner. There are steps there. You have to be patient with yourself. Okay, this is something that came up also in the reading for the full moon in the other channel. The idea of being patient and having faith, and okay, we could take that as given, because I mean that's part and parcel of life, period. But in this specific case, in this specific time frame, what I'm seeing here is sort of like a golden opportunity. I don't want to give it that intense nature, but it definitely is a moment of enlightenment that if you have the correct mix of patience, trust, and hope, and have done the groundwork and are willing to go back and study the details, if there are certain glitches in this situation, you will be coming out ahead through the gateway and being further enlightened. And it sounds like this spiritual blah 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 at times, but and you can count it, write it off as that. But I'm sorry to say that this theme of enlightenment comes up again and again and again. And it's not because it's just crystal quartz. I have here this citrine, this piece of citrine here that does also talk of impediments. But ultimately, the road is to enlightenment here. Ultimately, we are not without difficulties. All right, this is a given. Okay, but what we do have here is is a large window of opportunity for you to make headway, both in spiritual terms and in material terms. And a lot of it rides, I should listen to my own mess. I always say, go back and listen to your own readings, maybe it would help you, because a lot of it rides on the trust that you can have And it's directly proportional to the outcome in terms of illumination and enlightenment and manifestation. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that, my friends. I do hope you get through this full moon safe and sound, and that you can, for those of you who are in the United States and are celebrating this long weekend, I do hope you have a serene day to give thanks, because that's what it's all about. Bye-bye until we scry again.